said.
you
And I
so
believe you
much.
guys also have also picked something from there. Now, to in continuation, is there any effect of a broken marriage to the society, to the
Wow.
family, husband, man,
Wow.
children, or the
Wow.
society at large?
Wow. You see, where do I start from? It's unfortunate that a lot of times we focus more on the physical, whatever, but more importantly has to do with the emotional and psychological. So, answering the question, does a break in marriage, whether the marriage fails or the marriage breaks, I hope you know there are two different things. A marriage can fail and they can still be together, not breaking up as divorce. So, what are the effects? Number one is the psychological effects. You see, a lot of frustration around. You see a lot of people are frustrated, especially behind the wheel. You see, you are driving and somebody, one is saying, and you are wondering what you you may not know where that man is coming from. Maybe he just had some serious issues with a wife or two. So it comes out with that frustration. Imagine if that person is not a leader, or a governor, or a commissioner. With frustration is destroying the lives and destinies of so many other people. Then personally on the individuals. Listen, with the way God has created us and He has instituted marriage, marriage is meant to be a plus. Let me quickly explain this. You see, the purpose of marriage is to make destiny fulfillment easier and faster. Shikina. The purpose of marriage is to make my destiny fulfillment easier and faster, which means if I were going to Kaduna now, and let's assume Kaduna is my focus, and if I have to walk alone, maybe it will take me 40 years. Now, if I get married to the right woman, the journey should take me like 20 years. You understand? So if I'm now, God forbid, in a bad marriage, I'm frustrated every day, the psychological effect, the emotional effect, and gradually to begin to affect my physical health. Now there was a time, a lot of people must have done this study. When you go to psychiatric wards in hospitals, most people there are women. A larger number are women. And go and check it out. Most of them are there because of some relationship issues. Marriage failures, the man did this, the man abused them emotionally, blah blah and all that. And then so it has ripple effect, not to not talk of the children. Even in the US, I think they did a good study in the US. They discovered that a bigger percentage of people in prison, especially boys, men, are from broken homes. Imagine the impact some of these boys, these men would have made in their society. But now they are rotting away in prisons because their homes broke up, and which is not actually their fault. So this changed their worldview, this changed their perspective of the world, this changed their character, and some of them they realize too late they are in prison. So it's just multidimensional, and it's the ripple effect is so much.
Alright. Yeah, I would like to ask, are there biblical standards for marriage or divorce?
Yeah, yes. Let's talk about marriage. I know this could be a bit somehow. Yeah, about marriage, God has made it clear: male and female created in them, and the man shall leave his father and his mother. We know he's not talking about mother and father alone. He's talking about values. He's talking about the things he used to. You see, one of the I'll come to your question. One of the challenges we have in marriage is that people go into marriage and they don't want to change. They don't want to change.
Constant thing.
Change the constant thing. And then what it means is that before I got married, there are things I value. The moment I get married, for the sake of the woman I'm getting married to, and for the sake of the institution called marriage, there are some things I must leave. To cleave to my wife is on both ways. So, what are the standards? The standard is that the man must leave. The two of them must cleave. And then Apostle Paul made it so clear. Man, you have a duty to love your wife. You know why Paul said that? Why the Bible says so? The reason is because one of the hardest things for a man to do is to love a single woman. Let's be very factual.
Okay.
And for two reasons. Number one, because of maybe the physiological world. So every man except a disciplined man is polygamous. I want this, I want this. So it becomes confused. Okay. So Apostle Paul says what a woman values most is love, that attention. And most men will be like, I didn't love her and I married her. But Apostle Paul is not talking about that kind of love. He's talking about love despite. This woman sometimes will get you angry. I believe married men out there, they understand. Hey, a woman will get you angry, and the Bible says still love her. There will be times when you look at your woman, you feel like, you feel like removing your shoe. If not that, the Bible says at that point, still love her, still say I love you. So imagine a man that is angry, and the Bible says love, I love you. That's what the Bible is saying, despite. Now, because it is one of the hardest things for a man to do. And so the Bible now says for a woman, one of the hardest things for a woman to do is to submit. It does not make you a fool. In fact, recently I was teaching some people that I'm just looking for one of these days when I'm going to be able to teach people on what biblical submission actually means. Submission is a tool. Submission is a weapon. Look, the women who get submission right, they control their men. Oh, come on. But you see, but because a lot of people who fight against it come from different backgrounds. Imagine a woman who sees the father beat the wife, beat the mother, and say, the Bible says submit, submit, submit. She will grow up to anytime a pastor says submission. That is the picture that will come to her mind, and she will fight it. But when you come from a home where the father, the husband calls the wife, mommy wa. When the woman has used submission to take control, like there was a popular family some time ago. I love that family. A lot of people, when a governor, a past governor, people want to do something, the governor will say, let my wife hear first. My wife has interest. And you meet this one, see a woman of submission controlling the husband. That is submission. So, and the reason why Apostle Paul, God through Apostle Paul said why she submits is because it's one of the hardest things for a woman to do, and it's not her fault. Maybe the first 25 years of her life was under a man, under her father. He would say, do this, do that. So he does not have a choice of her own. She does not have a choice of her own. Then she wants to live the rest of her life and say, oh, I'm free. Finally, and then suddenly submit to the man. And God forbid if that man is not an intelligent man, if that man is the man like Nabal, who is terrible, then that woman will hate the word submission. And then she could pass it over to her daughter, who will also eat it. But you see, the moment we obey these rules, it's just a rule of give me what I want, I give you what you want, and it settles it.
Emac Online TV is here to provide you with opportunities to showcase your talents, business to the wide world. Are you a minister, music artist, comedian, school owner, business owner, and so on? Call or WhatsApp our marketing department on 080-5359-0094 or 081-040240.
Welcome back. Still on Emac Online TV. Here we're talking about relationship. We'll discuss the causes, the reasons of broken homes, broken marriages, the causes of divorce. I hope you're enjoying it. Now to continue with our guest speaker, Pastor Yemi Adetola, I want to ask that are there likely traits for breakage? Likely traits?
Traits like signs.
Like signs, like time frame, maybe something that could cause it. You know, in some marriages we have issue whereby you say, my husband did not give me money, my wife does not know how to cook.
Yeah, you see, we could mention 1,000 reasons, but I believe they can all be put into just one thing: selfishness. The major reason why marriages break is because somebody or both parties is selfish. Somebody is not willing to change. Like I said the other time, marriage is about doing for you what you want, even when it doesn't make sense to me. Like I love to tell people, we think differently, a man and a woman. The things a woman wants are totally different from the things that make sense to a man. The things that make sense to a man are different. So even when it does not make sense, let me give an example. There is no way you can teach me how a pregnant woman feels. I can understand. So I can choose to say, what is wrong with her? My mother, when she was 8 months old pregnant, she used to pound yam. I can never know how it feels. So what is the major trait? When somebody is selfish, the person should not go into marriage.